Welcome. Today we're diving into the work of Mark Rich and his guide to energy anatomy. We're going to explore that invisible part of you, the part you can't see, but you can definitely feel every single day, your energetic self.
So let me ask you a question. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? You see your skin, your hair, your bones. You see a physical body, right? One that gets tired, sometimes gets sick, and definitely gets older. But what if that's not the real you? According to Mark Rich, that body is just the hardware, kind of like a shell. The real you, the software running the whole show, is the invisible energy flowing through and all around that physical body. Okay, so let's pull out the map of your energy. Think about it like this. Your body is a house. You see the walls, the furniture, the paint. But what makes it all work? The hidden electrical wiring. Your energy body is that wiring, and once you understand it, well, that's a game changer. First up is the aura. I want you to imagine you're standing inside this big, glowing egg of light that stretches out 3 or 4 feet all around you. That's your aura. It's basically your personal space bubble, your spiritual skin. And it's also a shield, constantly filtering information and giving you that gut feeling when something just feels off. And this is where it gets really practical. See, a healthy, strong aura acts like a force field. It bounces negativity right off. But when it's weak or torn, it's more like a sponge. You ever walk into a crowded mall feeling fine and walk out feeling totally exhausted and grumpy? Yeah, that's your aura soaking up all that stress like a sponge. Okay, next up, chakras. If your energy body is a superhighway, the chakras are the 7 main intersections. They're these spinning centers that pull in energy from the world around you and distribute it to all your organs and different parts of your body. So if you've got a traffic jam, a blockage in one of those intersections, it can start to show up as real physical or emotional issues. So if we have this energy body, that brings up a pretty important question. How do we fuel it? How do we charge it up? This next part is all about simple, practical ways you can boost your own personal energy, starting right now. Let's start with something we do all day without even thinking about it, breathing. But we're going to do it with intention. The next time you take a breath, don't just think of it as air. I want you to visualize that you're breathing in millions of tiny golden particles of pure energy. And as you hold that breath, just imagine those particles dissolving into your bloodstream, zipping around and charging up every single cell in your body. It's like plugging yourself into the universe's free charging station. And that leads to this really powerful quote from the book. It says, "We are dying of thirst while living in an ocean of energy because we don't know how to drink correctly." That ocean is all around us. And conscious, energetic breathing, well, that's how you learn to drink. You ever have one of those days where your mind is just racing? You're buzzing with anxiety, a million thoughts at once, totally stuck in your head? In energy terms, we call that being ungrounded. Grounding is the solution. It's literally like an electrical ground wire for your soul. It pulls all that chaotic energy out of your head and brings you back to the present moment. And here's how simple it is. You just stand or sit, and you visualize these strong roots growing out of the soles of your feet, going way, way down, deep into the earth. Then you imagine all your stress, all your anxiety, all that mental chatter just flowing down those roots right into the earth. Think of the earth as this giant cosmic recycling bin. It takes all that junk and neutralizes it for you. And at the same time, you can feel it sending its calm, stable energy right back up into you. Okay, look, this all sounds really cool in theory, right? But can you actually feel any of this stuff? Well, you know what? Let's stop talking about it and actually do a quick, hands-on experiment. So that's the big question. Is this all just in our heads, or is there something real to it? Let's find out right now. Okay, I want you to try this with me. Go ahead and hold your hands up with your palms facing each other, maybe about 6 inches apart. Now, just close your eyes and focus all your attention on that space between your hands. Slowly bring them a little closer, and then pull them apart again, kind of like you're playing an invisible accordion. What do you feel? You might notice some warmth, a tingling, maybe a kind of pressure, or a magnetic push and pull. It might feel like you're holding an invisible balloon. If you feel anything at all, congratulations. You are literally feeling your own energy field. See? Once you feel it for yourself, everything starts to click into place. You start noticing it everywhere. So let's talk about how all this energy stuff plays out in our actual everyday lives with other people. We have all met one of these. That person you talk to for 5 minutes and afterwards you just feel totally wiped out. The book calls them energy vampires. Now, it's really important to note, this isn't usually malicious. It's almost always unconscious. Their own energy tank is running on empty, so they subconsciously hook into yours to refuel, usually by complaining or creating a lot of drama. So the big question is, how do you protect yourself? Well, there are some really simple, powerful things you can do. One is to just physically cross your arms and legs. That literally closes off your energy circuit. Another amazing trick is to visualize yourself inside a protective bubble made of mirrored glass. Any negativity they send your way just bounces right off the mirror and goes back to them. Now, let's talk about relationships. Whenever you have a deep connection with someone, and this can be positive or negative, you actually form an invisible energy cord between you. This is why you can still feel totally drained by an ex-partner or an old boss, even years after you've last seen them. That energetic link can still be active. The good news is, for those unhealthy connections, you can do a cord-cutting visualization. Just close your eyes, picture that cord that connects you to the other person, and then imagine a big pair of scissors or a sword of light. And with the intention of love, not anger, but release, you just snip that cord. This isn't about hurting them, it's about calling your own power and your own energy back to you.
And all of this, everything we've talked about, it all leads to one final and honestly incredibly empowering idea. It's all about taking back control of your own reality from the inside out.
If you remember one thing from this, let it be this. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. It's the most important rule in the whole energy game. Think of your focus like a flashlight. Whatever you shine that light on, you are feeding with your life force. So if you're constantly focused on your problems, guess what? You're just making them bigger and stronger. And once you really get that, I mean really get it, it transforms you. You're no longer just a victim of whatever circumstances life throws at you. You realize you are the one holding the flashlight. You are the creator of your own energy, which means you become the creator of your own experience of life. So I'll just leave you with this one final thought to chew on. Now that you know you have this whole invisible, energetic self, now that you know you're a powerful being of energy, what are you going to choose to create?